Hi, Space Cadets! In this video, we're going to talk about some of the movies that many of us have grown accustomed to watching in the month of December. Although, for some of them, I'm not exactly sure why, but... first, we have A Charlie Brown Christmas. And, this is one of those movies that's become tradition for many of us. But I was watching this recently, and I found it to be a bit melancholy. Like this guy on the cover here, he's smiling, as you can see, but in the movie, he's actually pretty depressed. And like the kids are all talking smack to each other, and it's just like even the music is not very upbeat. It's kind of depressing. But it's a Christmas movie, so you can watch that in December. Next, we have Scrooged. This is a comedic take on A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And I think this is funny. It definitely, I feel like it stands out from the other variations of this story. I wouldn't necessarily say it's my favorite. I think I'm partial to the Mickey's Christmas Carol myself, but that's just me. Next, we have How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Again, similar type of story. Grumpy guy who, gets the Christmas spirit and all that. This is a cartoon. There are other versions of this as well. The author, oftentimes people mispronounce his name. His name is Dr. Seuss. People often pronounce it Dr. Seuss. But yeah, Dr. Seuss or Dr. Zeus is the correct pronunciation. One way to remember that is Dr. Seuss rhymes with voice. So just a little fun fact there. Next we have Elf. And this, I think, is a really funny movie. I would recommend this if you haven't seen it. Again, there's a character in here that is kind of like a grumpy kind of character and lightens up towards the end, but it's primarily focused on Will Ferrell's character, who is an elf of sorts, kind of. He's an adopted elf. It's funny. I think it's really funny. Next is Christmas Vacation, and, this is one of those movies that just kind of, year after year, people have grown accustomed to watching it. But I personally, there are parts of it that are funny, but I think it's a bit painful. And there's one scene in particular that Space Cat and I do not like at all. So this is not our favorite movie to watch this time of year, or anytime. Next is Home Alone. And this stands out, as far as Christmas movies. It's not like, it's not like the Christmas Carol, which is done over and over and over. And it's, it's a little different, but this has been out for quite a while. This came out when I was a kid. And this character here, Macaulay Culkin's character, Kevin, he was like really picked on in the beginning of the movie. And then he ends up taking it out on these two guys and just really tortures them. And so, yeah, that's a Christmas movie. Gremlins. This is a very strange list, isn't it? Cute guy on the cover here. This is a horror film about a bunch of little monsters that just kind of cause a bunch of chaos and kill people. So, ho, ho, ho. Next we have Die Hard 1 and 2, because, a lot of people, they consider this a Christmas movie because it takes place during Christmas, but so does this. And this is part of a trilogy. I think the third one is the one I like the best out of these movies. But, this is like guns, weapons, and explosions, and people dying and stuff. So I don't know, like if you're looking for the, getting in the Christmas spirit and getting upbeat, I don't know if this is going to do it for you. Next is Batman Returns. If you like action, I highly recommend this. This is my favorite Batman movie, and it's a Tim Burton movie. And not a lot of people would put this in the Christmas category, but it takes place during Christmas. And Michael Keaton plays Batman, Michelle Pfeiffer plays Catwoman, and Danny DeVito plays the Penguin. And I think the costumes are really cool, and I really like it. So next is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Danny DeVito is in this movie as well, but this is not for everyone. Your grandmother may not like this movie. Yeah, this takes a certain type of sense of humor to watch this. I think it's really funny. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, A Very Sunny Christmas. Next is Trading Places. And again, a lot of people wouldn't put this in the Christmas category, but look at the cover. That's Christmassy, right? Got Dan Aykroyd in a Santa uniform. Yeah, you could watch this any time of year, and I highly recommend anyone watching this. Like, this is, I think it's a really good movie. It's got a good message. It's got Eddie Murphy. He's really funny. He's like one of my favorite comedians growing up. I have a few of his movies. So I like this. Serendipity. You can find this on YouTube for free at the moment. If you haven't seen it, I recommend checking it out. It's not like too heavily themed in this like Christmassy type theme going on, but it's got Christmas stuff in the beginning and the end. So yeah, so this is one that you could actually get away with watching on a different time of year, but it's extra fun to watch it in December. I like it. And this next one you can also find on YouTube for free at the moment, under the name Journey to the Christmas Star. And the one on YouTube will be dubbed over in English. It is a Norwegian film, and the original title is Reisen til Julestjernen. And this is a German import because it was the only one that would play in my region. And I'm going to try to not mess this up. Die Legende vom Weihnachtsstern, I think is what it's called. I don't know. Sorry if I messed that up. I'm American. What can I say? We're not good at languages. I wish I was better. I'm really sorry. I'm trying. I really am. So, but at least this has the original version, the without the dubbing. So, which is the version I like the best. I like the Norwegian version because just, I mean, the dubbing isn't too bad on YouTube. It's fine. You can like watch it, but it's not the best. I don't know. I like to hear the characters' voices, especially like Vilde, this actor here, Vilde, she plays Sonia. She does an amazing job. Her character truly can do no wrong. And I don't think the voiceover does Vilde justice. She's just so good and so pure. Her character makes Macaulay Culkin's character look like a sadistic little brat. And she's so good. She's actually pegged as a thief in the beginning, but she's not. But ironically, she will steal your heart. So, you know, I really do. I recommend this movie incredibly. If you don't like this movie, then you better go check your tree. Okay, there's probably some branches dying. If you've seen this movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is just so good. This is the one Christmas movie. Normally, I wouldn't watch anything Christmas outside of December, but I think I could probably watch this any time of year. It's not like riddled with Christmas music, Christmas jingles and stuff. It doesn't have any of that. And the story is unique. So it's really cool. And the actors all do a really good job with their characters. Yeah, especially Vilde. She does a really great job. So yeah, I like this, and it's not. It's it's okay for all ages. This is kind of like the equivalent of rating G, and it's not. This isn't talking about like the Christmas star that everybody was talking about last year, which is the first time that Jupiter-Saturn conjunction has ever been referred to as a Christmas star, as far as I'm aware. I've heard it been referred to as the Star of Bethlehem, which was it was a theory put forth by Johannes Kepler, this mathematician, astronomer guy who is known as the father of modern day astronomy. He is incredibly intelligent, influenced many different fields, including science, geometry, physics, philosophy. And he was the one that put forth the the idea that Saturn and Jupiter conjunction, not any conjunction, which happens every 20 years, but a triple conjunction was most likely the Star of Bethlehem, so to speak. And I'll create a playlist for you guys that has different videos that outline this same idea from all different people at all different times. And it's actually really interesting. But yeah, so this has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with nativity. So this, anybody can watch this. You don't have to, it's not gonna, you can be of any, whether or not you're spiritual or not, or, person of faith or not, it doesn't matter. You can watch this. The last video I want to mention is, personally, I don't consider it a Christmas movie. And this does talk about the nativity. And that's why I don't personally put it under Christmas movie, because for what I was just talking about, it's more than likely that the person this story is based around was born in September. But this movie is about the animals. This movie isn't heavily, on the whole nativity thing. I mean, it happens at the same time, but it's just really funny. As far as I'm concerned, it's a funny movie. It's got comedians voicing these animals, such as Keegan-Michael Key does a voice for the dove. Tracy Morgan does a voice for the camel, one of the camels. I think Oprah does the voice for one of them. Adie Bryant does the voice for the lamb. These are funny people. And yeah, I think it's a really good, funny movie. It's for all ages. It's not funny like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, two totally separate ends of the spectrum. But I like this a lot. And yeah, so I don't know. I just think it's really funny. But I like animals too. So it does have a Christmas song in the beginning, which is interesting. But yeah, so I'm sure there are people that will watch this in December. So that's why it's on the list. But, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're having a nice December, and hopefully I'll be back with another video soon.